What's going guys, Zennosh here, and today in this video of Air of Light, let's actually discuss about the Transcendence 10, or let's say T10, or let's say level 80 impacts on the players, how it actually gonna influence the upcoming gameplay that we are actually gonna have to endure, or maybe suffer, or maybe enjoy for some people, okay, after the second anniversary update or the update version 4.0. So let's actually discuss about that. I have to really forward a really good credit towards my mentor Asian from the Discord channel, or let's say Enlu from the YouTube channel, and he has actually came up with some sort of like basic figures, forecasted figures, which might actually give us a very good glimpse on how the things are actually gonna go out. Okay, so till now we have been pretty much making a lot of assumptions, and this assumption really looks pretty legit. So first of all guys, before we were actually shown that like from T5 to T6 actually cost us about like 1600 experience points, okay, and now let's take it as a base, because like recently there was a reveal of a small snapshot where getting a Anko or fire Anko to T5 to T6 actually costed about 1800 experience points. Okay, so there's actually a notion going on saying that like that are like the situation for the farmable units meaning like those are the servants that are pretty much present in the sanctuary tiles or the explore regions. Okay, those are known as the farmable type of servants, and they have pretty much higher requirement for the transcendence, whereas for the servants who are pretty much not farmable, like let's say Water Mildred, Caesar, like those kind of units, okay, like Christine, these are the type of like non-farmable servants. Okay, and if they are non-farmable, they have pretty much a little bit lower requirement for the transcending. That's why this is actually for the non-farmables. For farmables, it's a little bit high, like let's say for the fire Anko it was 1800 instead of the 1600. That's a notion, okay, just another fair assumption. And for right now, let's just try to go into the lower assumption, just considering that like it is just 1600. So just trying to solve the basic arithmetic on how the arithmetic is really going on to get a servant from the T0 to T10, or let's say Transcendence 0 to Transcendence 10, it will require you up to 17,500 experience points, for which you will require a total of 35 copies. Oh my god, not including the initial copy of the servant, meaning a total of 36 copies to get a servant, and then to transcend it to max. 36 freaking copies. Like, what the hell? I was just trying to soothe myself, trying to convince myself, saying that like maybe it's just above 20 copies. And now just looking at this figure, it pretty much shocked me. Okay, just like, what the hell? 35 copies, provided that they are unfarmable. How about for the farmable? It could go even beyond 40 without any doubt. Okay, beyond 40 copies. Like, that's insane. That's really insane. So assuming that it actually takes like about 35 copies to get a servant to T10, how it is actually gonna impact the core value of that one unit of servant, one copy of servant. Like let's say you just get like one copy of a 5-star night servant, and it looks pretty good. Like let's say the Ifrit and the Oracle is pretty much coming in the next update, and then you manage to get like one Oracle, one Ifrit. What kind of like core value does it will have? Okay, that is only about 2.85% of the core value. 2.85%, or maybe even lesser than that one. Okay, maybe just like 2.5%, 2.5% to 2.85%, like somewhere between that. And that's the only core value you are gonna get, because the rest of the values you need to keep on accumulating by, farming guys, by getting their copies, by getting their dupes and dupes, and trying to transcend them. Okay, and that's how you are gonna stack up one by one, and take it to 100%. You just get one copy. That's 2.5 to 2.85% of the total original or wholeness value of that original servant. Like let's say for Summoner's War, if you just get one copy of Ifrit, if you just get one copy of Archangel, what is its core value? It's gonna be like 100%. Why? Because you just need one copy only. Okay, if you just get like one copy and that's it, that's it. Okay, you really don't require like dupes of it in order to try to really make them so buffed up and try to make them really effective. Okay, whereas in here in Air of Light, the Transcendence now starts to become a very must have, a very important and crucial mechanic, for which is inevitable to make your servants very usable, or let's say very useful, especially in the PvP contents, to fight against, well, players maybe, or maybe some competitive players, whatever that is. Okay, so this is pretty much a disaster. This is actually a disease. Okay, this is actually something that I think is totally like uncalled for. Like, this is totally bad. Oh my god, look at that. This is the reason why I'm really frustrated. Like, this is the reason, like, oh my god, this game is really losing its value. Okay, that's the thing right out there. And he also says, like, keep in mind that this is presumably unfarmable servants. This is because, as shown in the collaboration preview, pre-registration link, a T5 to T6 for Uncle farmable required 1800 experience as opposed to 1600 experience points. Okay, so that's what he's actually giving us. Okay, so provided that, you know, like for the free F2P case, okay, like if we actually spend the carrots and get that second and the third stage of the purifying ground as to ourselves, like we can farm on the first, the second and the third purifying ground, because obviously the fourth one is totally paywall. Okay, you are not gonna get that until you pay it. That's gonna be the thing. Okay, you are really not gonna get it if you don't pay it. And for the free-to-play players, they can actually unlock the second stage and the third stage of the purifying ground after they pretty much spend the carrots to unlock them for the 30 days. Okay, so you really need to keep on spending carrots in order to enjoy those things. And if you actually do that, how much time will it actually require for you guys to farm a copy? Okay, so right out here, guys, okay, if you actually spend carrots, if you unlock the 3 regions as a F2P, it will take you 54 days, that is nearly like 2 months, to get the T10 RGB. Looks pretty good, but is it really feasible? Okay, looks good. I'm like 54 days. I've been actually making my servants to like T5 for quite a while. It actually took me a lot of time to get them to T5, whereas T10 can be done in 54 days. That is pretty like, okay, that's pretty good, but is it actually feasible? First of all, guys, this past recent month I actually used a 150 repeat battle pack. And with that repeat battle pack, what happened was that, like, I had 9,999 common summon stones. Okay, and then I crafted all of them into valors. Okay, within this 1 month of period, I finished all of them. I even used my friendship points in order to get the valors. I used all of them. And then now I even used my carrots, about already like 3,000 carrots already, in order to get them for valors. Okay, and that's how grinding it is already. And now if you are gonna focus 2 grindings, 2 types of grindings at the same point, this is gonna be a purifying ground grinding. Okay, the another is obviously gonna be the normal grinding, where you are gonna grind the repeat battle in order to farm the mystery dungeons, maybe awakening items, or maybe just, you know, farm your fodders. Okay, or farm the gears from the gear dungeon. Okay, that's the second, and that's the primary type. This is the secondary type. And if you combine both of them, oh my god, the amount of carrots, the sheer amount of carrots, if you really are a very good, or let's say a freaky or nerd type of like farmer, the amount of carrots that you are gonna use just for this sake is just gonna be huge per month. This is gonna be a total disaster. This is totally uncalled for. As for my mentor, he just says, in my opinion, if the carrot cost of maintaining 3 regions is not super high, which he says like about 10,000 carrots per month, I definitely think this is not a bad update for RBG Net 5 farming. That's what he thinks. But for me, oh my god, this actually changes a lot, because this is just a secondary type of farming. What about the primary farming? What about the farming that we have been doing as a primary method, you know, like right now, till now? Okay, because this is additional farming that is going to be an additional stress on us. and this will require its own fair share amount of, like, you know, resources, especially the carrots. Okay, and then we are gonna do this one as well. Oh my god, this is actually gonna consume a lot of carrots, guys, a lot of carrots, especially if you are a hardcore farmer. Oh my god, this is really a consumption of massive amount of, like, premium gacha currency, that is carrots, in this game. And now let's actually talk about the main premium feature of this game. That is obviously the light and dark units. So what about for the light and dark units? Are they really gonna be really good, or are they gonna be totally bad? Okay, it's totally something that is totally unthinkable. Okay, so let's talk about them right over here. Doing the math, as a non-doable shard pack player, or let's say F2P player, it will take a whopping 814 days, provided that you unlock the third purification ground, obviously, which will cost a lot of carrots in the first place to unlock per month. Okay, to T10 and unfarmable LD using passive offline farming. Like, WTF, guys. Even he goes like, what the F? 814 days to T10 a LD7. Wow. And it is a pretty quite good statement right over here. Just read it out. This is longer than the entire game's lifetime. To this point, oh my god, you know, like, we are actually celebrating 2-year anniversary and 814 days. Wow, that's even more than 2 years. Amazing, amazing. You have to, like, wait nearly like 2.5 years to get a T10 of your LD7. I'm like, your you know, T10 your LD7, yes, provided that they are already at the T5. Yes, provided that they are already at least, I think, T4. They should at least maybe at least T4, because that is the pretty much a basic requirement for them to be farmable in terms of, like, shards in the purifying grounds. That's there is to it, guys. I mean, like, that's hilariously bad, and I actually support that one. Like, pretty bad, really bad. Honestly, what is the point of even farming an LD in the third region? It is way more profitable to farm for RBG instead. But obviously, due to the whale players, obviously the game will divert its attention towards the LD in no time. Obviously, for the first few months, maybe the RBG is gonna be the current meta, okay? Whereas after 3 or 4 months, I think the LD is gonna take over pretty fast, really fast, because of the whales we have, okay? So to wrap it up, guys, F2P players will take about 814 days to T10 LD. Okay, that's pretty much the situation. Whereas for the whale players, it might actually take them just about like 200 days maybe. Okay, or maybe 400 days. Okay, so that is pretty bad. Even for the whale players, it's pretty much a tough situation right out here, and they might have to really spend a lot of money to get the T10 LD, and that's gonna be also like 4th purifying ground. Even if you pay for it like real cash, they are not gonna be permanently unlocked. I mean, like, they are just gonna be available only for 30 days. So you really need to keep on feeding the game wheel over and over again. Okay, and yet another insight, guys. It says after this update, this literally makes these servants useless in the end game if you don't fork out $89.99 per month payment to farm for them, okay, including obviously AIO package and many other things. Okay, and that is really bad, really bad. You know, the RBG servants, this is just pathetic. Oh my god, $89.99, holy crap. No, I am not ready for that one. So man, just look at that. That is really bad, guys. And even for the collapse servants, guys, collapse servants are paywalled and sad and unfair. Okay, collapse servants, oh my god, they are RBG and they are still like paywalled. Oh yes, obviously there are some issues with that one, but still it's a bit unfair. So who is affected by this update? Obviously, you know, FTP or low spending competitive players, okay, like my mentor himself, will be affected negatively. Even more so if you relied on the previous collapse servants or are currently using to keep high ranking in competition. Obviously, previous collapse servants meaning like, I have a T5 A5 Archangel, Forest Archangel, and now he's nearly gonna be pretty much useless. Like, what? Man, that is gonna hurt me. That is gonna hurt me. You know how happy I was to actually get that Forest Archangel into T5 A5. Oh my god, and now he's gonna be affected like this one. That is totally bad. Totally bad. First Archangel is like my main core DPS. And to see him being like just flickered out just like that, it's really a sad story indeed. Whale's AIO players are undoubtedly affected positively, because obviously they will be able to farm really fast. I mean, like, damn. The speed at which they accumulate copies is doubled, making the gap between them and low spenders much wider than before, which is totally opposite you know, like to the claims that the developers actually made, that it is actually going to close the gap. No, it actually, you know, like increases the gap. It widens the gap even much worse. Okay, players in the early game and the mid game mostly unaffected because they really don't know. They are pretty much innocent. They really don't know like what's gonna really happen to them. Suggestions, which he says obviously like make some sense, but I really don't think like the dev team, Leo, or let's say the devs, the developers of this game right now, really is not in the mood to listen to us at any cost. Okay, if we are talking about like 1 year ago, the devs were pretty responding. They were pretty much like very quick, just like that, and making the improvements in the game what the community actually asked from them. Okay, that's why this game actually came out of nothing, being one of the really amazing game out there, and now it has to just screw it up just like that. Holy crap, it's so sad. It's really sad, really sad to look like that. 35 freaking copies. Oh my god, this is gonna be the end of it. Like, what? For unfarmable ones. How about for the farmable ones? 40 plus copies? Holy crap. Oh my god, just look at this table. Just this table will make you feel sick, and you might want to make you vomit. Like, what? It's pukeable. It's pukeable type of figure. Okay, so this is pretty much it, guys. Please let me know about your views and opinions in the comment section below. Let's try to discuss about it. What do you guys think about it? If there are some guys who are still with this kind of update, please let me know in the comment section below what you actually think about it. Let me like enlighten the fact that maybe it's for a greater cause. Just let me know. And the guys, if you are trying to rant this up, again, feel free to comment in my comment section below, guys. I would really love to read it out and obviously reply to it right away as soon as I can. Alright, so this is it for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button to keep on enjoying the contents of my channel. See you guys in the next video.